Here's the top 10 things that Fortnite needs to fix. But first of all, we all can agree that Fortnite is an amazing game. We love it. By far the best free game there is. But let's get real, guys. There's some things they seriously need to fix. I'm Punfucius, and let's get into it. Alright, to make number 10 on this list is building. Now we're going to get a little bit more into it, but let's talk about one specific thing about building. Building is a ginormous part of Fortnite. In fact, that's what separates it from other Battle Royale games, and is probably one of the main reasons why we love the game so much. But if you've done any kind of building, which I'm sure you have, you realize that there is some serious issues with it. One of the things I wanted to talk about is proximity building. When you're building close to another object or things that really shouldn't get in the way that stop you from building. A prime example is this lamppost in Greasy Grove. This lamppost is 500 million light years away from this ramp, yet it stops you from building. Pretty terrible if you ask me. But you know, this is not the far worst spot that this happens. One of the worst spots is the shipping yard. You cannot build in here to save your life. If you wanted that gun over there, you're better off starting in Wailing Woods. Son of a bitch! Sorry, I had to take a short break after that, guys. Seriously, we're on our way there. We finally got our gun. It is way too complicated to build around this area. Of course, we know there is a fix for this because the one ramp that you can build in this area actually phases through the cover and works fine. So I'd like to see more of these covers around, and definitely nothing that blocks you that's not even in your way. Hey, you guys want to know what number 9 is? It's the best thing in the entire world. Landing on a house without a gun. Seriously, how is this possible? How have I landed at places like Wailing Woods and Dusty Depot and there not be a single gun? Yes, we have all felt the very long, hard, unjust shaft that Fortnite has to offer of no guns. This is a serious problem that needs to be fixed. I'm all for random gun placements, but I do think landing in a place that is a clear marked place on the map like Wailing Woods and landing there and there being no gun is simply not acceptable. Or even this clip that I have here where there was literally only one gun in all of Wailing Woods and I got 2 kills right off the bat. It was good for me, bad for them. I don't want to see this situation. I hate when it's in reverse. We seriously need to fix this. Well, that brings us to number 8 on our top 10 list. Now let's talk about something super boring. Stats and leaderboards. Yeah, it's true it doesn't affect gameplay, but it's still an important part of any game. And it is no secret that from the very beginning, Fortnite has had some serious jacked up leaderboards. In fact, they have made several attempts in order to fix this by doing updates, and they're still having issues with it. I myself have 13 unrecorded wins, and that I think is a ginormous issue. Now, to add insult to injury, in the leaderboards themselves, you can only see the top 50 people globally, and I really feel like that's a problem because I myself have been in the top 100 in a game called Gears of War 2 in execution. I worked very hard for that because I could see when I was the top 500 and top 200 and maybe pushed to secure my top 10 spot for a really long time, and to this day I'm still in the top 100. So not being able to see exactly where you're at, whether you're 1,000th place or 10,000, you know, not being able to see really is discouraging, I think, and I think that's something we need to fix. Alright, that brings us to number 7, bad hit detection. Now, what exactly is bad hit detection? That's when your aimer is perfectly aligned on someone, and put simply, the shot does not register, you get no damage points, and you do no damage. Now, this is a big problem in a lot of games, and Fortnite is no exception. There's multiple times that me and my friends have missed snipe shots, had perfect aimers on there, and have missed, and I'm sure you have too. And nothing is more frustrating than working hard to perfect your aim and then the game simply not registering it. Number 6, traps not going off properly. Now this is very similar to what I think is hit detection. Look at this clip here that I have where this person runs in, I'm camping in this building, I have a trap set up behind me, he gets right next to my trap and my trap does not go off. Sad to say, I wish this was the first time it ever happened to me, but it really wasn't. And it's happened to my wife and several of my friends who have submitted clips, and I think that's a huge issue. No one wants to set a trap and it not go off. It can really cause you to choke and cause you to lose your life. Alright, before we start getting into the controversial fixes that need to be done, let's talk about number 5, and that is general lag and bug fixes. There's nothing worse than being in a squad and about to win and lagging out. Completely frustrating. Now that's one example. You've got things like when you're switching to a potion and you're drinking it, you actually shoot. I've been lagged, completely frozen still. I'm sure you have too. A lot of my friends have been. Also, like, never stop reloading, like your RPGs and things like that. Now, these are just a couple of the little bugs that they need to fix. And I'm sure they are aware of some of them, and I'm sure they will fix, and I'm looking forward to seeing them fix these. Alright, now that brings us to number 4, and that is better weapon balancing. Now this is kind of a controversial subject because everybody has an opinion. Now here's what I think. I think the scoped AR is a piece of trash. Every time I risk my neck going for an airdrop and I get a scoped AR, I feel like Epic Games is doing this to me.
Past painful scars, in fact I blast tasteful bars and pass I back up my action.
Yeah, that just happened, and do you know why? Because I want you to think of the common gray AR. Did you know a gray AR does more damage than the scoped AR? And I think that is a serious problem. I think this gun has the potential to be a very good gun, but I think there's some fixes that need to be made. Number 1, I think the reticle needs to be changed, and the gun definitely needs to be buffed. Now, I'm by no means saying that the scoped AR is the only gun that needs adjusted. I just simply am bringing to attention the fact that some guns in this game need some weapon tuning. I hope you're prepared to get your panties in a bunch because we're going to talk about some serious shit right now. That's right, number 3, aim assist. One of the most controversial things in all of Fortnite. Some people love it, some people hate it. I happen to be on the side that hates it, to be honest. Almost every game that I play doesn't have an aim assist, so to have an aim assist feels really unnatural and it actually messes me up. And one of the biggest issues is it locks onto teammates, it locks onto people that are downed. Even when you're building, it can be hard to edit roofs because the aim assist keeps pulling you to one side or the other. To me, this is extremely frustrating. Now on PC, you don't have this issue because there is no aim assist. Now I think that if the people want to have aim assist, that's fine, go for it. But I also think that there should be an option to shut it off because I really don't like it and I think it really affects my game. You may agree, you may not, but that's fine either way. Let's make it so both of us can be right. Remember how in the beginning of the video I said we were going to talk a little bit more about building? Well, that's number 2. Let's talk about building some more. Now this is listed on here twice because it's really freaking important. It is quite literally the foundation of this game, and taking it lightly can literally cost you the game. Now here's some other fixes that need to be applied to building. Number 1, when you're phasing through your own covers, like your ramps or your walls, that is absolutely aggravating and frustrating. Another small issue that happens to me that's caused me to die several times is that there is an option in your settings that allows you to reset your building materials after you close it, so that way when you open it back up, you immediately build a wall. Well, if you plant a trap, it chokes you on this and it doesn't bring up a wall. That needs to be fixed. It needs to be reset back to a wall. Simply because the option on there is that it resets your building every time you close your window, and it doesn't truly reset it. Now I wish I could say those are the only issues, but they're really not. I think that when you're building and you run out of one material, that it should automatically switch to your next available material. That way you're not choking in the middle of battling. And it's true that that may be an opinion of mine, but here's another one. I don't know why you have to build little 2-foot walls around, maybe because of the elevation difference in the map. Well, that's fine, but can it not cost 10 brick to build a little 1-inch wall? And if that truly is something we need to keep in the game, let's just lower the material count, and I think that would be fair. Alright, this is number 1 on our top 10 list. Yes, this is the mother of all lags. This is the complete and total reason why Epic Games made the shirt Fortnite 99 Problems. So you might be asking yourself, what exactly made number 1 on this top 10 list? And that is the mother of all lags. Yes, that is right. The frame rate drops. Now there is nothing worse than getting close to an enemy or fighting an enemy and the frame rate drops. There is literally nothing you can do to counteract this, nothing you can do to defend against this, nothing that you can do to come out on top in this situation. In fact, if this happens to you, more than likely the game has grabbed you by the nutsacks and you're just simply not going to make it. I mean, look at this clip here. Those first 2 kills were super easy to get, but then all of a sudden a third guy shows up, my frame rate drops to 2, and there is absolutely nothing I can do. Yes, if Fortnite could fix anything about their game, this is the thing they need to fix. The frame rates need to be fixed so that way everyone across the board has a fair game. They need to overall work on their consistency of their guns. You know, there's a lot of other little things that they do need to work on, guys, but by far this is the number 1 thing they need to fix. Thank you guys for watching. I super appreciate it. If you think I missed something, leave a comment below. I want to read it, see what you guys think. I always enjoy reading your comments. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to drop a like, and if you aren't already, subscribe. And in the words of Shia LaBeouf, if you're considering it, man, just do it.